What's up, guys? Today's video, special again. We're dropping the engine into the car. Other than that, we have a bunch of other installs coming. We have the RX7 diff housing and new diff, drive shaft, all the things related to that. Poly bushing upgrades, some cosmetic things with the CAS and coolant reroute, and also brake booster delete, which if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen it. I've been very excited for that piece. So stick around and see how it all goes. We're ready. We got the cherry picker and we're just moving things around to get it into the car. I don't know where I put the motor mount bolts, but we're going to figure it out once we get it in the air. Got it in. It is difficult as always. We had one casualty here. I didn't even realize that the wastegate actuator would be so close, and it nicked this little edge right here. But that's fine because I can just touch that up with a paint pen or something. Not too big of a deal. But overall, it's in. The rear is not supported, so I do have a jack here just supporting the transmission because I need to swap out the diff first. And the PPF connects to the diff, which connects to the transmission back there. So the alignment's a little off, but these two motor mounts are in. We picked up this beefy boy on Facebook Marketplace. It has an RX7 housing, the upgraded bushings, and it's a 4.3 Torsen. So the reason I picked the 4.3, or I wanted a 4.3, is because I'm keeping the 5-speed for now, and the 4.3 is geared better for 5 speeds. Before we try to get the diff in and the old one out, we need to install the new control arms. These have poly bushings and the grease fittings, which is really convenient. I bought these from Austin, the same guy who I bought the engine from. Kind of just got like a big package deal, so it all worked out. I also installed the front ones already. Got that side off, the driver's side, and now I just have to do the passenger side. Looking back, I probably should have just dropped the subframe, would have been easier. And of course, not going to forget to put weight in the trunk, because I don't want what happened when I removed the front control arms and then the whole car went off of the jack stands. Alright, yeah, I decided we're just going to pull the subframe because I want to paint it and everything needs to come off anyway. So it just makes more sense to do those 4 bolts. So if you do this in the future, definitely just drop the subframe, save yourself a bunch of time. I got the rear subframe out and moved it to the front just so I can have some space to clean it. So we're going to clean this up, probably spray a coat of paint on there just to seal it, and then we're going to toss it back in. Got the subframe painted. I didn't do anything fancy. I just wiped it down, sprayed it off with the hose, and then painted it. Here is the old diff, which is a smooth, which I guess is rare because most of the diff housings have fins. I guess there's only a couple hundred ever made of the 90 that had a smooth diff. And then we have our RX7 housing with the 4.3 inside. We don't have axles or the drive shaft yet. It's currently en route from Rock Auto. But we're going to go ahead and pair everything up to the subframe and get that diff installed. So we're swapping over the mounting brackets, and normally it looks like this, like it's fused together. It's just rubber. And I just used a normal like wood saw, and I wedged it in between there and just sawed it out because I don't have like a vise or anything like that, but this worked easily. Just make sure you're careful not to slice your hand. So next we have to remove this other piece. We're just going to light it on fire like everyone else does. It says you're supposed to use like a heat gun and pry it, but it seems like the common thing to do is just torch it, since it's just a piece of metal and then all this rubber. Of course, always make sure you have some sort of fire extinguisher or hose around just in case. I just used a torch to get it started. Now I'm just letting it burn and it's probably best not to breathe in this smoke. As you guys can see, it kind of just crumbles away, and you just let it burn until there's nothing left. It took a while, but it has fully burnt off, and the other side as well. The only thing left to do is, once this cools down, I'm gonna sand off all the remnants, I guess, the smaller pieces. Then I'm probably going to just spray a coat of paint just to seal it. Got the diff all installed. We're putting a pause on the axles because I forgot I need the bushing for the rear knuckles because I didn't get a bushing for those. And I also need to get the socket so I can take out the hubs. And then part of me is like, well, you know, I've already changed everything on this car except the subframe. So part of me is thinking I might just upgrade the rear hubs as well, which makes sense. That would be the one fail point. And so we'll see. Who knows? We're putting it on hold for now. Let's just say that. We're going to move back to the front of the car where we're going to finish installing everything up here. We picked up some sway bar end links from 9for9 Racing Supermiata. Chose these mainly because I have a lot of parts from Supermiata, and I believe the price was cheaper than other competitors. And I stupidly only ordered one set. I ordered them at like 2 a.m. but I only ordered a pair, so I need to order the rears as well. I also picked up new rotors, which is what's in these boxes. I went for the 10-inch. Excuse my horribly messy garage. I upgraded to the 10-inch for the fronts because I want to run a different brake kit, which you guys will see probably in the next video. I haven't ordered it yet, but we are only going to do the fronts because I've read online that the rears aren't really necessary for my use. Now we're just doing busy work, but we are going to take off the cast and I'm going to paint it. I was going to get it powder coated, but that's just a lot of work for something on the back of the engine like this. So we're just going to take it off, and I do have a spare can of black cherry mica paint for my NB. So we're going to hit it with that, and anything will look better than how it looks. We have one more controversial decision that I made, and it's the fact that I'm going with manual brakes. And today we're going to be unboxing the kit from Chase Bays. Chose this kit just because they're a well-known brand, and I saw a lot of good reviews from them. This is the 6:1 ratio brake boosters Elite. I mainly got this because I want to feel the car more. Manual brakes pretty much allows you to get more control over when the wheels lock up, or just braking power in general. Some people say it's not very fun to drive, but I guess I'll be able to tell you guys how I like it. But the craftsmanship overall is amazing. I watched many videos on this, and definitely not cheaply made. We're ready to start the install. I took off the mounting plate / bias valve piece from here because we're going to bench bleed it per their instructions. After that, we're going to mock this up to the firewall over here. Yeah, if I didn't mention before that you do have to trim your firewall a little bit, but as you can see, it's nothing crazy, and it's blocked by that plate. Next up, we have their brake line kit for the booster. I'm not sure if you have to buy this with it, but I guess if you don't want to create your own lines, this will be pretty useful to have, so we're going to toss that on there today. I love how this looks, honestly. Like, this is one of the pieces I've been really excited for. I still have the spacers on there because I need to bleed the system and take it for a drive first, as they recommend. I'm waiting to upgrade the brakes in the front before I mess with connecting any of the lines and pumping some sauce in there. And yeah, it's starting to look like a car again, which I'm really happy about. I'm also excited to show you in the next video. We got some new headlights cooking, and of course I need radiator, all that other stuff. But the next part I'm excited for. I was very excited for that, and I'm very excited to show you guys the headlights. So you'll have to stick around and see what those look like. That's going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you liked the video, drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that usual stuff. In the next video, we have more installs, being brake upgrades, final routing of the lines, and we're just gonna get it one step closer to finally being drivable. So we'll see you in the next one. Thanks again. If you're cold, they're cold. Put a sweater on them.